Okay. Okay. We're here and we're. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live stream. Give me a second to set up. Yo, my phone was blowing up. Blowing up. Tweets. DMs. All kinds of shit. Let me get the first thing and then just give me a second to set up. Where's the shit? Hold on, let me pull this up and then we can chill for a second. And let's figure out what the hell is going on. And what, like, because I saw the audio shit or whatever. And hold on one second. Déjame hacer un momentito aquí. I don't even think I have notifications. Did you guys get a notification? The people that are here? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get you guys. Oh my god. Too much shit going on, dude. Okay, give me a second. I'm getting the thing. So that, yeah, the internet's been going crazy. Here it is. Thank God. Thank God you sent it to me. I'm scrambled right now. I was out eating. I could barely even go eat. All right. So first of all, let me just say salute to Legacy. Okay, Legacy, legend, kind of. So Legacy asked the question. Where did she post this? She directly asked them, "Hey, is it true that like, where's the? I can't even find her post." Placer Sheriff has confirmed that the information is untrue. Can you confirm or deny if this is true? Any new developments? Untrue, sorry. Okay. So we're gonna talk a little bit about, I guess, what happened. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know, bro. I've been here all day with you guys, right? And I went out to eat with my daughter, and then my phone starts blowing up. And what happened was, like, there was some scanner audio thing. Well, somebody, let me find this lady's post. She might have taken it down. And she really, she might have not been like trying to do anything horrible. This woman was probably just trying to report something that was going on. Okay. The reason that the people thought the account was suspicious at first, because when I look at a Twitter account, one of the first things I look at is like the age. So it's a decent age. So that's fine. If you see one that's made just this month and they're posting weird stuff, then you might be like, huh, that's kind of suspicious. But the only post this person had made, which she might have deleted it. I think she deleted it. Let me send it to myself. Or did somebody take a screenshot of this?
Creek Parkway.
This is the audio.
Reopen that call. I copy, and 2791 if you could respond as well. 2650 Arrow Creek Parkway. It's a park in front of the gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically. Possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first at Kiely, and the vehicle is a match. It's a light blue minivan, bearing plate 242 David 96, 2650 Arrow Creek Parkway.
And one round.
So it sounds legit because they're saying like, but there's still just not they said it was like a minivan and like it was blue, you know, that's not a match. But then I was talking with a friend and they were like, oh, maybe it's just that the silver looks blue or something in a certain type of lighting.
61 route, Arrow Creek.
Reopen that call. copy, and 279, if you could respond as well. 2650 Arrow Creek Parkway. It's a park in front of the gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically. Possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first at Kiely to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first at Kiely, and the vehicle is a match. It's a light blue minivan.
That's the thing that threw me off. And then people were talking about stolen plates and stuff. And so I didn't get it. Like from this audio to me, well, they said possibly related to Kiely, but then like just, I don't know how people got the other information. I guess the address. I don't know how people got that address. Like, oh, that's where the lady lives, I guess, Arrow Creek. I don't think she was doing anything to cause or troll or whatever. She's just kind of reporting what happened, and I guess that wasn't her. That wasn't Kiely. All right. I'm glad that the sheriff's office, the Placer Sheriff County office, I'm glad that they replied directly to Legacy. I thought that was great that they dispelled it quick, because, you know, everybody's going crazy, you know. And I think it's just a thing to be careful. You guys want to call in? Does anybody want to explain it? What am I not understanding either? Because I don't know how people got that she's with Jagger. Oh, it's because the area that's in isn't the area where Jagger is, I guess. They live. The fake plates go to a minivan. Cordova or something. Plates belong to a blue minivan. Her post said she had stolen plates. Let me see. That lady's post, is it still up or she took it down? Kitty cat. Kitty. Okay, so this is why. But I don't think the police audio said matching VIN. They said a matching vehicle. I don't know. Heard on the police scanner that a girl matching Kiely Rodni has been found. Girl matching her description found alive in a car with matching VIN to her stolen plates in South Reno, Nevada. Apparently with a male trying to get access to a gated neighborhood. Maybe that's why they thought it was this guy. Jagger. Apparently with a male trying to get access. Update. Just called the front gate to the gated neighborhood in question. They're saying the vehicle is not a match. Oh, well, there you go. And what was interesting too, because again, if you guys aren't on Twitch, I mean, not Twitch. What the hell am I talking about? If you guys aren't on Discord, you should join the Discord. It's a gangster Discord that I built with you guys, the people that are there from scratch, to where we had like 10 people, to where I was going to cancel Discord because it was causing me so many issues in the beginning. There's all this drama. People call me about drama on Discord. That's why I had to set all these rules in there. But it's become a really nice, tight-knit place, Discord. So you should check out Discord because everybody's been chatting in there and sharing information. And so one of the screenshots that was shared in there as well, and we got kind of a little family atmosphere going on in there, I guess. Something like that. I don't know. Where's the... Okay. This is what I was going to... Okay. So Heather on Facebook... Let me see what she said. She said, I live in South Reno. Just drove to the gates of Arrow Creek, which is mentioned in the audio. There's no police activity at all. Not saying there isn't any going on inside on Park. So it's unfortunate, man. I know everybody's looking and stuff. And I was talking to like a couple of friends, and they were like, just like, don't title it a certain way because we don't know. And so I was like, all right, we'll just wait and see. What is Discord? Discord is like a chat like this, but it's an app that you download. You can use it on your phone or your computer, and there's like a whole chat area and stuff like that. You can post links, videos, all kinds of stuff. It has a bit of a learning curve, yeah. You don't have to, but if you're interested in like a community place, somewhere to talk offline, that's a good place. Tracy, thank you for the super chat. Says, I just saw Annie 10 to Life post on another chat that it's not confirmed to be her. Yeah, I was talking to her 10 to Life, and I appreciate because she reached out to me and we were talking back and forth. And somebody just sent me a message too. Are we positive it wasn't her? Could they be waiting to notify family? At this point, I would just take their word for now. I mean, I don't know. The audio is still... let's listen again. Listen one more time. Let's see the audio. Is it even playing? There we go.
Reopen that call. I copy, and 279, I wanted to respond as well. 2650 Arrow Creek Parkway.
Actually,
park in front of...
That's how they got the address at Arrow Creek.
The gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically. Possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first at Kiely, and the vehicle is a match.
So some people trimmed it. They cut out. I don't know why you would trim out and cut out the part with the vehicle description, but they said a minivan and all that. 45 seconds.
Reopen that call. I copy, and 279, I wanted to respond as well. 2650 Arrow Creek Parkway. It's a park in front of the gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically. Possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first at Kiely, and the vehicle is a match. It's a light blue minivan, bearing plate 242 David 96.
The plate doesn't even match. Well, they say that they're claiming it was stolen, though. I don't know, so. But then the blue minivan doesn't match itself, the description, unless it's the whole stolen plate thing. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's a match, really, even though they mentioned her name. So I don't know. Stony Brook says, remember that her friend was asking people to help her search in Reno for her. Yeah. The ex-boyfriend, or whatever you want to call him, he seems to believe that she's probably in Reno. Oh, did I spell the name wrong? Steve. Oh, okay, let me do that. Oh, yeah, I did spell it wrong. Thanks. Let me fix that real quick. Oops. I don't know. You guys want to do calls? Do you feel like calling in? People want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it? Bro, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for the correction, Steve. Maybe I should just keep this on the screen for the people that I don't know that are joining in. It is true. I think it's important too to come back and say, like, unfortunately, it's not true. Want to do some calls? Let's talk. Vin was never confirmed match, Tom says. They said light blue van, Haley. Yeah. Oh, is that what they said? Not Keely? Haley. They did say the name even sounded different.
Park in front of the gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically. Possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first at Kiely, and the vehicle is
a Keely.
Is a match. It's a light blue minivan, Bearing flight 242 David 96. 26.
Placer County. I even reached out to the reporter, and the reporter was telling me she can't confirm, so we were just kind of waiting a little bit. But I was frantic, yo. I was like, shit, what are we going to do? Like, how do we, you know? Oh, my God, yo. I'll call. I'm going to connect the phone line. Let's do some calls, hang out for a little bit. I don't know if there's any new information out besides everything we covered today. We covered a lot today. I didn't think I was going to be coming back on tonight. But it's also almost like you're on call. Like if, you know, with something like this, register Google Voice so it can make your calls in your browser. What? I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't want to register that shit. Whoa, wait. Okay. I thought I looked at something wrong here. I'm going to dial in if people want to call in. And I'll just leave this on the screen while I set it up.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, I dialed in. If you guys want to call, talk about this, get some of your opinions or whatever. If not, that's cool too. Está bien. No problem. Calling number is 954-787-3009. I'm kind of curious too. I might call Ronnie to see what happened on his trip today when he got out there. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Kit Kat made a post. I'm going to delete my original tweet. I do not want to cause any additional pain. The scanner call sounded promising, and I really wanted to help Kiely. So she was just somebody that was just trying to, you know, no evil intentions. Don't hunt her down. I know some of these people are probably hunting her down. Get her! We got to find out where she lives. Find her! Get her! She lied! Uh, 941, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, you cannot eat in peace.
What's up? Trish.
Not much yet, it's me.
I recognize your voice. How's it going? What do you think about all this shit?
It's insane. And I was thinking about earlier when they were talking about how they used to have like little boxing matches. Shoot, down here we'd have the same thing.
Oh, really?
We'd party in the woods, and we'd get like back before a football game on Fridays. I was probably the only girl, but we'd all get gloves and go to our hiding spot and have matches until the cops broke it up. But I mean, that's just normal high school BS. But it's definitely suspicious when it comes to the friend when she is they're following each other. If you know all social media, us as adults, we do it, and kids are on steroids with it, you know?
Right.
But it definitely has a lot of, I always try to think in the back of my head, they're still kids, and like you don't learn to watch out for another unless you're like more mature. But if you're not as mature, you get one shot and then you learn.
Mm.
But
Placer.
even though it's that also, huh?
No, people were telling me how to say placer. I was saying placer, but it's placer. But so you guys, so this thing is like a normal thing. I guess people play around, they fight, boxing gloves, blah blah blah, like a little fight club in the woods on shrooms and cocaine and alcohol and shit, right?
We didn't have the drugs because we had to go to a football game right after because I was a cheerleader.
Okay.
But it definitely happens.
Yeah.
But it's definitely too many coincidences, and it just sounds like somebody definitely took advantage. And I was wondering if I can't think of the word, the date rape drug could have been involved in
Could be,
some
yeah.
sort
Roofie
too.
or the GHB
You know what I
or
mean?
whatever they call it. Yeah.
GHB, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's a lot of older men and they're providing the drugs, they just look for the perfect.
But he said they kept trading drinks, so
It doesn't mean they did, though. I've got Susanna
They
here.
might.
She landed from
Susanna,
Louisiana.
what's up?
not.
He says,
I wouldn't know. She got you on not speaker.
Oh, what's up, Susanna? How you doing?
Hold on, I'm trying to hear. I'm fantastic for just driving 15 hours. Wait, so I missed a few things because I couldn't keep up with it today. But so what I was thinking about the 20-year-old. So the 20-year-old friend, Bestie, is the one that's been speaking up, right?
I don't know how old she is. I thought
She's
they said
like
she was
20.
18. You talking about Sammy? I thought she was 18, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
senior.
Yeah. So yes. The only people I hung out with as a senior that were older than me were doing drugs with me. So they probably getting deep into that for sure. But then I'm like, why is she saying that Kylie didn't have a boyfriend? But then the boyfriend's like, hey, I'm the boyfriend.
There's too many back and forth on their relationship, and then also that word that they could have possibly been dating.
Yeah.
That was her name, Sam, and him.
Yeah.
So it just, you act irrational and rash when you're young.
Right.
So it definitely has a lot of factors to it. I've been watching it pretty closely, and that's all thanks to you, sir. But I will let you go so you can get back to your Google call waiting.
Thank you.
But it's a pleasure as always.
Thanks,
Thank
Trish.
you. Much
Yeah.
love.
All
Adios.
right, take care. Bye. Bye, Susanna. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Shit, I'm a little lost here. Here we go. Okay. So people on YouTube, if you can hit the like, please, it really helps out a lot. I'd appreciate it. And the whole 10 to life thing, that was just, it really seemed like it was confirmed. And so she thought that's what it was. And she didn't mean anything by it, like bad or anything like that. And she even reached out to me. We were talking back and forth. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh, let me. Fuck. Yeah, give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, let me take this call. But yeah, I'm telling you, everything was blown up. Discord, Twitter, Instagram, everything. And everybody thought it was like a match. The way people were talking about it, everybody thought it was a match. The audio still was weird to me. I was kind of like, I'm not sure, but all right. 530. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi. I was just calling because I was actually just speaking with Sami in person.
Who's
and
this?
My name is Kelly.
What's your name? Sony?
Kelly.
Wait. Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. What's your name? Yeah, I can barely hear you. Kind of cutting out. Yeah, damn it. Do you want me to try calling you from my phone? Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. No, it's still kind of breaking up. You want me to call you? They can hear you on speaker? I'm going to call you. Let's see if this works better. Let's see. Damn, the call's not even going through. That's how bad the signal is. Hello? Okay, hung up. Okay, hold on. We'll see. I'm going to try to see if we can get you back. She said she spoke to Sammy. I want to know what this is. And it's a California call. Call me back. She spoke to Sammy. Damn, you guys in Cali don't have signal? How do you guys make calls and shit? All right, let me send her a text. I'm going to send her a text. I'm just teasing Cali. I always joke about don't get pissed. Everybody sees it. I know the area they're in is kind of, I guess, remote. All right, I sent her a text, so we'll wait and see. Some people believe, let me get the super chat as well. I forgot there was somebody that Cherry says, and thank you for the super chat, could still be related just in a different way than a body. Some people think it's still related. Let's see. Are you able to talk? She's probably creeped out like this YouTuber texted me. Wish she called me. Speakerphone. What's up with Truckee? Yeah, what kind of service they got? They're still on 2G? No. Okay, I'm getting a call now. Let's see. Oh, hello?
Hi.
Hey, okay, I got you on speaker so they can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I hate to be difficult, but service is bad where we live.
I understand.
So basically, I just wanted to call because I went out to our local street fair market tonight. It's called Truckee Thursdays, and I was talking to Sami. I just happened to, because I watch 10 to Life. I love true crime stuff. I've been watching her, and for years. So to hear something local happening in my community it's been really hard. You know, as I'm driving to there, I'm leaving work, I'm seeing them searching all along the freeway. You know, there's people everywhere. I mean, there's posters like every 5 feet. I mean, it is crazy the amount of people that have come together. And the thing that I just wanted to say is that my gut feeling, you know, I hear a lot of things about how, you know, this is suspicious and that's suspicious. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think about who I was when I was that age, and I was doing the same kinds of things. You know, and they were high, drunk, you know, on drugs at the time, and everything might not be crystal clear. But my gut instinct from Sami is that this poor girl is just she's just trying to find her friend. And, you know, maybe she has regrets about not staying with her and things like that, but it's like I'm hearing all these things like, oh, this is sus. You know, she didn't go to this, and she should have done this, and she said this, but what about that? And it's like, the other thing, too, is, you know, why would, you know, law enforcement, the kids are acting, they're trying to get their 15 minutes of fame and 5 seconds of fame or whatever. And it's just like, when you're in a community like this, and the reason why probably Sami is saying we're doing this and we're doing this is because she's probably working, you know, alongside of some of the detectives and things and trying to give them information. But I feel like she's saying these things because we're a tight-knit community. We're all searching. We're all of our hearts are breaking. And so when she's talking about we, it's like us as like a community. So I don't feel like, you know, this is not a big town. Like, yes, we have people coming, you know, from vacation homes and things like that, but this is still a small town. Like, it's a very, very tight-knit community, and everyone is searching for this girl every 5 feet. I mean, like, you know, it's everywhere. And so my gut instinct is that this, that Sami is, she doesn't really know what she's doing. She's a kid still.
Right. You don't know her personally, right? You just met her.
I don't know her personally. No,
you
I
met
don't.
her out
I do
there?
know people. I do know people who know her.
Okay.
But
you never talked to her?
Was wearing. No, I've never talked to her before.
Oh, okay.
But I just told her to keep her head up, keep doing what she's doing, and keep her energy positive. And she was genuine, and I felt a lot when I was talking to her.
Wait, talking to who? You talk to Sami or no?
When I was talking to Sami, yes.
Oh, that's what I was asking you.
Tonight.
But so you don't know her personally, but you did talk to her though.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah, I don't know her personally, but she was out there tonight handing out flyers. There's tons of kids out there tonight. There's flyers on every car. So I did talk to Sami, and my gut feeling, I'm a mom. I have 5 kids. Like, I have kids ranging in all ages. I have teenagers. Like, I was a teenager myself. Like, I don't think anything weird is going on with this friend group. I think something unknown happened. I have so many, I could speculate all day, but as far as something being off with her friends and stuff like that, time will tell. But, from speaking with Sami, my heart goes out to her because she's getting so much flack, and she's just doing the best thing that she knows how to do. And it's like, it's hard to watch. Because at the end of the day, she's still a kid. I mean, she may be 18, but until 25, you don't really even know what you're doing with your life. And so I just feel like, she's getting a lot of flack. And she's just, I don't know the girl, but I'm pretty good judge of character, and I can feel my instincts. And this girl, she's just trying to do the best that she knows. So
right.
That's all I want to say.
I appreciate that call. Yeah, and I know people are coming down kind of hard. So have you been out searching, or have you been like a part of the volunteer groups, or?
I haven't been out searching. No.
You're just a part of the community.
I'm just a part of the community.
Okay.
I will go out and search. I just, I haven't been able to, but there's so many people. I mean, there is just, our community is awesome, and they're all coming together to try, and do what they can do. And we don't always know what we're doing, but.
Let me ask you something. When this thing popped out with the scanner stuff, did you guys hear about it? And like what was going on with that? Did you guys like jump up and like,
I did hear about it. There are scanner sites on Facebook and stuff that are in our community that we hear a lot of. So things are reported almost immediately. A lot of people listen to scanners. We kind of know what's going on a lot of the time, but just the whole, yes, it kind of pissed me off that someone in Reno didn't even know how to correctly pronounce her name, being a dispatcher. Like, have you not been versed? And the girl's name is Kiely. Like,
right.
Of course she's out of Prosser County. Don't you know everyone's looking for her? But, the whole minivan thing, and it was, it was probably someone who just saw a girl that looked like her, and someone was acting weird. I mean, who knows?
Right.
But I don't think it's related,
Okay. Well, thanks.
So,
I appreciate the call. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for taking my call. And sorry about the phone thing, but I've been
no problem.
I'm like screaming through the phone, like no, like I just, it's hard because people don't know what it's like to live here. So.
And this thing is not normal out there, right? Like this is not. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, this thing is not normal out there, right? Like, no.
No, I mean there's a shady population, everywhere, but in as far as like the bigger cities like Reno and stuff like that, yeah, there's drug problems. I think they're everywhere, but as far as like this community, there's a lot of like good families, outdoor loving people, skiers, hikers, bikers. Like, we're a really good like outdoor community that, most of the people are very healthy and come from good families, and this type of thing doesn't happen, The fact that she's from, Placer County and missing is just like, it's terrible. And it's hard because there's 2 counties. The county stops and then goes back again to a different, it goes to Placer, and then you go through Nevada County, and then you go back to Placer. So we're in 2 different counties, kind of, and we're all in the same area, but it's a little bit split. So.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why you see Nevada County and Prosser County both, at the press conferences and things like that. It has nothing to do with Nevada. It's actually a county in California called Nevada County.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Appreciate the call.
Well, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
And I just hope that everyone just, simmers down a little bit on Sami and the friends until we know, There's obviously older men at that party, and, we can't. I just don't feel like these kids, they don't know what they're up against, and they're just trying to do the best, and, they're still young. They're kids. So,
right.
And they were on drugs. It's like, hard to remember what I did when I was doing those things when I was that age. So
Ooh.
I just hope that, everyone gives those kids, I'm not like that anymore, but I'm saying I had quite an experimental, time when I was in high school and that age. And I'm a mom now, and so I don't do those things, but I'm just saying, I hope that everyone just gives, her a little grace because, we don't, I mean, what would we all do in this situation? We don't know. We all don't know that we would be on point with everything we said. So I just hope that I can get that out there and people listening can just simmer down on that a little bit until we really know. I mean, we could speculate all day, but at the end of the day, this is this girl's life. And I held her hand and I told her, just keep doing what you're doing, keep your energy positive. And I could just see it in her face. I just broke my heart. She's a real sweet girl. So.
Well, thanks. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Yeah, call anytime. And I appreciate you giving us some insight, especially from the actual community and somebody that's out there, and actually talk. Yeah.
Absolutely, likewise. And obviously you have my phone number, so feel free to text me if you have questions or something. I'm here. So.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, that was a nice call. Why I say it's a nice call? Because it's somebody from the community. I guess she said she's spoken to Sami, but doesn't actually know her personally. And so just kind of somebody kind of coming in and listen. There's nothing wrong with that. People coming in and people want to say lay off, whatever, because as much as, or as little as there's people saying that, there's way more kind of coming at Sami. And so everybody's allowed to kind of, say how they feel. I see the chat savage though, bro. This article was sent to me. There is, let me see, we do have another caller on the phone. Give me 1 second. Well, they've been holding for a while. Let me take this call first, and then we'll do the article. Hello, Anonymous. Whoever's calling private, are you there? Can you? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Anonymous. Hold on. If you're hearing me, my phone disconnected. The Google Voice. Let me just call back in. Just stay right there. Don't leave. Okay. A second. Anonymous. This is
Thank you for calling Collin Studios.
Let me mute this
Enter
for a
your
second.
6-digit PIN number.
Okay.
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Collin Studio web interface.
Okay. So, Anonymous, are you there? Anonymous caller, can you hear me?
Hi, are you
Hi.
there?
Yes. How you doing?
Hi. Hey, sorry. So,
Oh, thank you for holding.
actually, so, sorry, it's talking to me.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, make sure you listen to me on here, but not on the YouTube, because there's like a 30-second delay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, now are you good?
Yeah, somebody's trying to call me. Let me, skin food dermatology. I don't know what that is. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Okay, wait. All right. So now are you good?
Yes.
Okay. So, hey there. So this is Mountain Girl 212. I wanted to call in and just basically say, so I've been covering the story like crazy, and there's some things that are just very concerning. For instance, I listened to the lady who just phoned in, who is from the direct community there, and she was talking about how, this case has affected the community. Here is where things are gray for me, and I have questions is, why do we have to have law enforcement and officials begging on TV for so many people to come forward? You know what I mean? You would just think that people would be begging and, already there, sharing information or whatever. But here's a thought, and I wanted to get your opinion on it, is do you think it's a possibility that, given her weight of 115 pounds, if she could have possibly been slipped a drug or been drugged? Because I have not seen any footage or any photos indicating that we have proof that she was even intoxicated or taking shots. Something that we know is when kids go to parties, they all have one thing on them, their cell phone. And we've not seen any footage of that. And we have to also take into consideration that she graduated at 16 with honors. That's not the background of a junkie or someone who parties hard. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. Right.
So if something happened to her and you have all these kids at this huge rave party, I question it, because do you think that somebody would feel comfortable with calling 911? Because then what would happen? Guess who would show up? Law enforcement and probably mommy and daddies, like something's not setting right with that whole situation. I mean, we're not seeing any photos of this little girl, drinking or taking shots with anybody. And all we hear is, hey, this community, we care. But I mean, we believe that, but why does it take officials to beg and tell these people to come forward? What do you think about
that? And by the way, the reporter got back to me too a while back, like almost an hour ago. I just didn't see her message with regards to the scanner report. And she said misinformation. They spoke to the cops. This was before, I think, the post, I think. But as far as like what you're saying with the community, I don't know. I mean, because of the whole, like, I don't know if it's just because like kids don't want to talk, or the whole drugs involved. Or like maybe there was adults over there that don't want to talk.
Kids possibly being scared and stuff. But, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, if this was my child, I wouldn't give them an option. I'd be like, I would be dragging them down to the station. Like, listen, if you're adult enough to want to party and act like an adult, you're adult enough to, go and face consequences and take this serious. But it's like out of 200 to 300 people allegedly, and we've only heard from 4 people so far. I mean, that's shocking to me.
Right. Yeah, no, it's super weird. They said they've gotten tips though, right? Like they said, I thought they said they've gotten like, I don't know, a couple hundred tips or something, but it doesn't, from what it seems, they don't have anything to go on. It doesn't seem like, and like, kind of like you were saying too, like we just really haven't seen, besides the little pictures that we saw, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 pictures, I think. You would think from an event like this, partying, maybe there'd be a bunch of pictures and stuff,
I would think that we would see
videos.
At least one photo of something. The girl who did the interview, the Sami, she indicated she even went into complete full detail of how many times they went to the restroom together. And I would just think like, okay, where are these photos at? Like, how do we know for certain that? And here's the other thing that I struggle with. It's like, well, how does anyone know for sure that she was the person who sent her mom a text? And the reason why I say that is because if you have a bunch of kids who maybe if something went down, they may be worried because Kiely's mom just extended her curfew recently. Kiely was not, to my knowledge, someone who was able to stay out late. Her curfew just got extended a according to the mother. So would people know that and think, okay, well, if her mom doesn't hear from her, she may come here looking for her? Because the whole thing is just, I don't know, it does not add up.
Okay. It's weird for sure.
So anyways.
Yeah, thank you for calling. I've seen you in the chat. I think you came on the panel one time we were just hanging out. I think that was
I did. We talked about
that.
yoga.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't done it again since. I need to do it
yes.
again. I really need that. It's amazing.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do. But much love to you, dear.
Right,
I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. Okay. All right. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So there's more callers calling in. It's getting hot. Okay. So by the way, because I'm talking a little bit to this reporter from The Sun. That's her right there. That's the page right there. Before we get back to it. And the other thing that she had mentioned, and then we're going to get to the article as well. And they're the ones that plugged me in to the previous article, which I appreciate that. She said also, despite reports Kiely was dating a guy who has spoken to the media, her mom has confirmed he is actually her ex-boyfriend, which we're kind of new. Why he said he was a current boyfriend, I don't know. He told Fox, etc., that they reported he was her boyfriend. I don't know. That is kind of weird. So this dude was telling him, apparently, that he was with her. That's why these people started posting that. Jagger. Yeah, we're talking about Jagger. Let me read this article too. So, and I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this in the description as well. Oh, and I did plug you guys in my community tab a little bit ago. And the slow chat, I think is the slow chat okay? Is it too much? Should I take it off a little bit? I don't know. So new Sun article. And I'm curious to see what this is going to say. Okay. All right. Hopefully I can still read. So Kiely Rodni's family issue harrowing warning after police break silence on scanner reports saying missing teen was found. The family of missing teen Kiely has issued a warning after police broke their silence following fake reports circulating on Twitter that the 16-year-old had been spotted. We already know the basics of the information. Kiely has not yet been found despite reports circulating on Twitter. Kylie's mother, Lindsay, has spoken out, hoping her daughter will return home safely. Rumors started to swirl about the missing teen's whereabouts after a police scanner believed to be real reported a possible sighting of Kiely and her vehicle. The scanner reported a sighting of a girl in a vehicle possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer. Okay, I think I got it right this time. Placer County. Followers of the ongoing mystery surrounding Kylie's disappearance got their hopes up when they heard the scanner say the vehicle is a match. But police were quick to shut down the rumor, telling The Sun, misinformation, no merit. Okay. Kylie's family also spoke out about the rumors, calling them disappointing. We were excited but measured when we heard about it because we've heard information previously which turned out to be false, a family spokesperson told The Sun. It is incredibly disappointing it wasn't true, and we urge everyone to share any unfounded reports which may then circulate on social media. Oh, sorry. Let me say that again. We urge everyone not to share any unfounded reports which may then circulate on social media. The family and law enforcement are focused on finding Kiely and will not let this dampen their spirit. And then this was the official post too, which again, salute to Legacy if you're out there. The Placer County Sheriff's Office responded to the viral audio writing, untrue, sorry. And really to Placer County for kind of moving quickly. Oh, and I'm plugged in again. Amazing. And this is from the cousin thing from earlier. Again, like I said, if you haven't seen this cousin's, Ronnie, Ronnie's kind of like well known to the channel now because we were watching his Instagram earlier. He actually went. I should call Ronnie when I get through the calls. We'll call Ronnie too to find out his experience when he went out there in person. But this was the phone call where Ronnie says he has two cousins from the college that they went out there to that party, and he described the scene from according to his cousins, that everybody was doing drugs and shrooms and cocaine and drinking. That's just what it is. That's what they do out there at those things. But he also said that there was like older guys out there, and the whole scene is that these guys come out there and they provide the drugs for the kids that are out there, and so it's like a incentive, I guess. So yeah, if you haven't listened to that audio, definitely check out the video. I also put both of the links to the Sun article on the description, and I posted it in my community. I'll probably, it's kind of late now, but tomorrow I'll post it on Facebook to share it out on there too. So, and yeah, thank you to Ronnie too for calling in. And people were hating on Ronnie too. People were trying to shut down Ronnie. You guys remember that when Ronnie first came on? They were saying he's fake, he's a liar. They were saying that Ronnie went out there himself. Let me take this call. 845. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm calling from New York.
What's up? Welcome.
What's up, Mel?
What's going on?
Good. How are you?
Good, pretty good, man. I wasn't expecting to come back. I wasn't expecting to come back today, man, but we're here.
Oh, I haven't called yet.
No, I said I wasn't expecting to come back tonight is what I said, because we've been out all day today.
Oh, yeah. I was glad when I seen it. Sometimes I don't get the notifications.
Oh, okay. So what's up, man?
Yeah. No, so I mean, I was a little behind when you had first put out the number, so I didn't really get to catch everybody else's calls. And I was just calling because, I put in both of those addresses that are from the campground to the address given on the dispatch, and it's like, like 56 miles 56 miles, 54 miles and like 56 minutes, a little less than an hour drive.
Yeah, thanks. Somebody was telling me that too, that it's pretty close.
Pretty feasible.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely is feasible. And I was thinking, like, what if, right? Like, I mean, I understand her car. I mean, it could possibly be confused as a blue minivan, but not really. But let's just say, like,
well, they already shut it down. They said it's not related. The police responded on Twitter.
100% not related.
That's what they said. Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking, possibly what if there was like two people involved and she actually was in a blue minivan, and another person who was involved in the situation took her car, and maybe she tried to get out of the car and put up a stink, and then, the people called the police and they ended up getting her back in the car and just getting out of there or something. But it was just a thought,
Right.
I normally don't call in, but this case has me baffled just like every other case.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Any thoughts on what you think happened, or just?
I mean, I'd like to stay positive, and
right.
I always stay positive and hope and pray for the best, but something's wrong here, absolutely wrong. And there's definitely, I truly believe that there's probably, some nefarious things that happened, and I'm really hoping that they don't find her car, in another area underwater where she possibly really could have just went off the road, And I don't know on the route that she would have taken if there was other lakes that she could have just went off the road or fell asleep drunk and just went off the road. I watched that channel, Adventures with Purpose, and the stuff that they uncover is amazing, and it just makes me think all the time, like, if the car and the person is missing, there's a really good chance, like, it's possibly underwater,
Right.
Especially if the
Could be.
car doesn't show up soon or gets caught on a camera somewhere. There's cameras everywhere. If that
Right.
car and plate readers, and even if it goes past the cop and they scan the plate or whatever, I'm sure they're pulling over every single vehicle that is somewhat looking like hers, just to be sure. But I just, I always pray for the best, but I just think this is going to have a bad ending, unfortunately.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate the
I don't
call.
like to even think of it. Yeah, no problem. No, I love your show, man.
Thanks, man.
Everyone in your chat is always respectful. Well, not always.
I was about to say, I don't know.
I mean, to me,
For the most part.
mostly
For the most part.
respectful,
Yeah.
but your mods are killer, dude. They
They're
don't
good.
put
They're
up
really,
with the bull crap. You got a good thing going on, man. I love your show.
Thank you.
I'm always here, and keep doing what you're doing, man. You're getting the word out there for many people that need it. So
thank you.
I thank you for that.
I appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Take care. And,
All right.
Have a good night, man.
You too. Good night. All right. We got more people calling in. Yeah, the mods are amazing. Really good. I mean, most of them, I have their contacts too. So I've had people like at times make up complaints, and I always take people seriously at first, and I'll talk to them, but like I literally like that, like I text them or I contact them, and they tell me what happened or whatever, and then that's it. Most of the time, it's not what it was said. 214. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey Mel, it's Brooks from Dallas.
Hey Brooks, welcome.
I know you probably have like 2,000 people in the chat, so I won't take a long time.
Right.
I've just been on any live panel, anybody's channel that I've seen. Most all of the comments are parents that are saying like, "Oh, I would never let my kids do this," or "Oh my God, 16-year-olds with piercings and stuff." But my kids, I know a lot more that they do because I think I'm younger than a lot of their parents. There's even one of I have a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old girls, and a lot of the girls will tell their parents they're going to the fair with my kids. I'm rides for everyone all the time, and they have no clue that they're meeting up with boys that they met on Instagram or something. And a lot of them, when they do go to like a quinceañera or something, they will take all these pictures with alcohol and everything. And I'm more of a helicopter mom than any of them, but those parents have no clue because their kids are scared to tell them anything. And the pictures will be out there, but they'll be on like private Instagrams where I've seen it. It's like the party, the pictures at the beginning are like a quinceañera with the girl in her beautiful dress and the parents. But once it goes to the party afterwards, the pictures or the little videos that they post are crazy. And there is a lot of drugs going around. And also the kids' demeanors, I'm thinking, are just nowadays, like I graduated in 06, so I was around the age where we did have internet, but we weren't raised on the internet. And I think these kids, like my daughters, have Life 360 or Snapchat, where with their friends, where they can say, "Oh, my friend just pulled up at the school," or "Oh, we're all at the mall." So they're never worried that something's going to happen because they're not physically seeing them. But they're knowing where everyone is, and they're always connected on their phone. So if you don't hear from someone for a little while, they just have a false sense of reality that everything's fun and going fine, nothing's going to happen. So I think maybe this generation is just, I had to learn that they're getting to do a lot more stuff because their parents can see their location. They're thinking they're not doing anything, but it's really easy to get a hold of hard drugs and just have a lot more freedom than they used to. So, what I'm thinking is not any of these friends that are coming out talking are nefarious. I just think that everyone was going back and forth to cars, drinking, smoking, some falling asleep there, and they're not watching. They're not thinking anything bad will happen because nothing's happened at any of their other parties. And just really somebody from another county or something that nobody really knew saw an opportunity. She was at her car with none of her friends and took her, or something like that. Either that or there's a lot of dense areas there, and her car could be over a ditch that someone hadn't seen yet. But
right.
I just most of the comments are all centered around that Sami girl, or the drug aspect, or not watching their friends. And I just think it's a different time now. I would never leave a friend behind. Even at my age, 35 now, we don't leave a friend to go to the bathroom if we go out or anything. But those kids they just don't do the same thing. But that's it. I love your channel. I'll let you go into more people, because I know you have a lot of people.
People calling in, man. Yeah, I need a little caffeine. But appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna read some of these real quick. This is the reporter from the Sun. This is her Twitter page. If you want to follow it, I'll link it in the description as well, and then I'll read some of the posts. And then I'll get back to the calls because we got some people holding. But I'll be quick. That's Katie Forrester. Okay. All right. I think this is the article that we just read. It said Kylie's mom, Lindsay, told me I knew it was going to be bullish. I'm staying off social media, and I've told these poor kids to stay off social media. None of it is helpful. Also, despite reports, Kylie was, this is what we talked about. Despite report, Kiely was dating a guy who has spoken to media. Her mom confirmed he was actually her ex-boyfriend. This is something else. Okay. And this is about the Ronnie calls. Oops. All right, let me take the calls. Just kind of sharing and promoting a little bit the tweets. Okay. 513, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I called you earlier. This is Marina, Mermaid Tears.
Oh, yes. Yes. And you sent the super chat too. Thank you.
I'm so excited. I have so much information.
Tell me.
I didn't like being right about some of the stuff. But there's a lot to tell about this whole situation. The parents want us to be sensitive, about the children, and their situation. So I guess I'll be sensitive this way. I would like to ask Mags, why was she only there for 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to ask Sami, why was it confirmed in another interview, making sure that people knew she was only there for 10 minutes? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Also, I would like to ask them about, in an interview, how is it that Sami knew exactly where the cameras were, where her car could be easily spotted or not spotted within the park? She knew dead balls where these cameras were.
I thought there was cameras.
She even mentioned the highway.
In the park?
Pardon me?
What you said, you're talking about where they were partying? I thought there wasn't cameras there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, she mentioned on, I think it was a channel called All American Dreams, an interview, exactly where these cameras were. And at one point on a highway she said that nothing could be seen out there on that highway. So I'm confused about the highway situation and cameras. So I don't know how to handle it sensitively, but
they're saying
there's a lot of questions that need to be asked of those kids because they're hiding something.
So, okay, explain to me the camera thing. Explain to me the camera thing, because they're saying she did say that. What did she say? Tell me again.
So I remember on an interview, I do believe on another YouTube channel, where she was talking in her car, and I think it was All American Dreams, and they had asked if there was anyone that could have spotted her car. Were there any cameras out there that could have seen her? And she did describe cameras. And she mentioned a highway that one of these cameras were located where her car couldn't possibly be spotted in that location, leaving or something to that demeanor. Highlight that, because research it, because that's important. Those are the red flags that stick up with me in this circumstance. Kiely is, I hope, returned. And if anybody that is out there listening to this, look, if you see something, you better say something, because I'm a mama bear to many. I don't have to have kids to have a heart. If my kids were out there busting it, I tell you what, they would be turning in their phones to the police, and not to bust these kids, just to get an understanding of where this girl could possibly be seen in any picture. A picture says 1,000 words. Somebody could have just got a glimpse of her. We just want to get a glimpse of this child, to know who she was around. It's important that this child be found and returned in any condition that she's in. That mama deserves peace. So if you love this girl, turn in your phones. I know a lot of people out there are listening to this out there. For the love of God, turn your phones in, because there could be an image that could save this girl's life or give at least the family some closure.
It's true. Yeah.
But about the 10 minutes, I have to go back to this, and I will verbatim exactly say what Mag said. Within the only 10 minutes that I was like there, I literally had a group of 5 guys try to come get me to take as many bong rips as I could, forcefully, without my boyfriend present. Who talks like that? We're not in class. I'm not present. Why wasn't the boyfriend present? Where is this boyfriend of Mag's? That he left his own girlfriend unsupervised. She got attacked forcibly to do bong rips. Something ain't right with that situation, girlfriend, just saying. Sammy and all of you all better get your story straighter, because we got a lot of really good people that are busting their butt like Mel, these mods, and more other channels. This family deserves peace, and so does that girl. Turn all information in. Turn it all in, people, because somebody's got the picture that could save this chick's life.
Yeah, the chat, I don't know, agrees with you.
Yeah.
You
so
think-
we just, if you could do the research on your own channel, if you could, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Try to find that clip of that girl talking about that highway. That was a red flag right there.
That was on that guy's channel, right? I'll have to listen to it again on the All American Dream Chaser.
And thank you for being on so long. I mean, God, you're great. I really appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you for calling and supporting.
And chat people, don't give up. Don't give up hope, guys. Don't give up. Keep praying. Because when there's 2 or more gathered, there's a lot of power in that, people. I love you all. Have a good night.
Thanks. Yeah, people are not buying the bong rip story. I don't know.
The bong rip story, they're not buying it. What do you mean?
They're not. What Meg said about the bong rips, that 10 minutes and 5 guys are approaching her to take all the hits. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, it is so sus. I mean, first of all, they said that they were out there, play fighting around, and having boxing gloves and stuff like that. Well, it sounds like the only one that's being played is us. I mean, an investigation? What kind of an investigation opens up the floor and says, okay, let's go talk in a creepy van and no one's going to hear you? I mean, even Sammy mentioned how creepy it was. Yeah, that's pretty creepy for you to go and talk to somebody in a van about a situation that's very detrimental. That's sketchy as all get out. Talk to me in a van. Get out of here. Give me the professionals, because this girl is off the chain crazy about even mentioning that highway. I'm telling you, the highway thing, you got to find it, has a lot to do with this. And you know what? The car, let's take the car. This car was definitely moved on purpose. It was definitely moved on purpose, y'all. Sammy, you even said you know that place like the back of your hand. I'm sure you do. Please, somebody, by the grace of God, please turn all evidence in on phones, social media, Snapchat, whatever you all are doing, hand it all in, because we're going to sniff it out. So if you want to do right by God, you better turn in the evidence. If you know something, say something. It could save someone's life, y'all.
Right. I completely agree.
Well, thank you very much for
Thank you
letting
so
me
much,
call in.
Mermaid. Yeah.
Thank you. No problem. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Hey. That was a great call. 423. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello, I am calling from Tennessee.
Tennessee. Hey, welcome.
Hello. It's weird. She was a mermaid. I go by Mystical Mermaid, Psychic, Medium, and Tarot. And I was sent this, your link, and I came on here, and I caught the tail end of some of the stuff that you guys were saying. And I was going to tell you guys that I have, I know some people probably, think that it's a hoax and that, that people aren't intuitive and know certain things. But for me to be all the way in Tennessee, I was going to tell you guys a few things that, especially if you're out there, some things that you need to look for. To, like,
go ahead.
I've got some really good
Are you psychic?
I am.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Let's hear what you got to say.
Okay. And I did post a video up about it. But
what's your channel?
I'm sorry.
What's your channel?
Mystical Mermaid.
Oh, you just said that. Mystical Mermaid. Okay, let me see.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you know Manimal, but I'm on his show a lot.
Okay.
But anyways, all right. So what I'm saying, you guys, is that there was a male there. Now, let me let you guys know, I've only read one newspaper clip because I don't watch like other videos. This is my first time ever like being live and calling in. I'm a little nervous, but anyway,
no, you're good. Don't worry.
But because I don't want it to influence my insight. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, whenever you guys, so I don't know any names, okay? And it's probably best that I shouldn't say them anyways, because this is all alleged. This is my insight, okay, you guys? But what I'm saying is there's a young man that follows her all around at that campground or that party, wherever this was. This is very clear to me that multiple people know. People have seen him follow her, okay? I am seeing that that there is and I've seen that they have already interviewed the perpetrator, okay? I see that she has a fake friend. This friend is jealous of her, is what I feel. And I am, what I pick up is like cover up and things like that, lots of lies. I don't know if these two have something to do like with one another, this male and this friend. I'm not sure. But what I am seeing is that at some point they have a huge argument and they end up, that girl, which was her friend, ends up talking her into like not really luring her away, but sort of, okay, talks her into going somewhere else. I'm not, I'm seeing a bigger vehicle. I'm not seeing a car, so it's either an SUV or a Jeep or something. And I'm seeing them go in there. They go to a home, okay? At first I thought it was the male's home, but I'm not sure why the female would be there if it was like, I don't know. So I don't know whose home this is, but what I do know is I feel that it is between 10 to 30 miles southwest, okay? And as we leave, I'm seeing the first thing I see is like a a shopping center or a mall possibility or something like that with some businesses. Then we go. It's a curvy road, and it's like a road trail or something. But anyways, then I'm not sure if the bridge is so significant. Okay, it's still in the county or the city or whatever this place is, but I'm seeing that it is the bridge is really close to this friend's home or either that dude's home. I'm not sure which one it is, but anyways, but I'm seeing that they end up fighting, and I won't get into too much detail, but what I feel like the area where they're at, or where they can find her, it is like I said, between the 10 to let's go to 30 mile out southwest. I'm seeing like a meadow or a forest kind of area, and I feel like it's a mountain. I'm not sure if there's even, I know there's mountains all here in Tennessee, but I don't know out there.
Okay.
But it feels like a mountain. And I feel like it needs like a 4-wheel drive possibly to get there.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate the call. There's quite a few other people holding, but thanks. I appreciate the your thoughts on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, there's a couple of people holding, so I don't want to take too long. And I see the chat, and there's somebody long distance calling too. I want to get to this person right now. 614. How you doing? Where you calling from? And thank you for holding.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm actually calling from Australia.
Australia. Oh, snap.
And yeah, it's
Australia.
actually 1:31 on Friday afternoon.
Oh,
over
wow.
here. So I've been following this on many channels. I came across your channel due to another channel, 10 to Life.
Oh, amazing. Thank
Your
you.
clip.
I thought that was so nice of her.
And so,
yeah.
And she references you all the time. She puts your videos
Oh, she does?
up.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Her name's Annie.
Yeah.
But that's how I managed to stumble across you, and then all the videos that you had posted of the interviews with Sami and everything else. And then this morning, Annie from 10 to Life done a live, and it was the press conference. Now, I've watched the last couple of press conferences because I pretty much don't sleep. And it's just interesting to me that all law enforcement, in every case that I've ever said, like I've ever watched over there, they always keep things close to their chest. And if they thought for 1 second that, someone is saying something that was going to put whoever's involved on high alert, hide things or whatever, then, they would make contact with these people that are going public, going on TV, saying what they're saying, and tell them, pretty much pull your head in because you are impeding on our investigation.
Right.
I've just got this feeling that they're letting these friends, in quotations, and I use that term loosely, because in one interview with Sami, it was at first she knew her for about 12 months, but then it was only in that same sentence, but more precisely the last few months. Now, Annie has also done deep diving, she should be an investigator because she's
really
gone back
good, yeah.
and she's compared these people's social media pages, and this Sami is not friends with Kiely on anything. She's friends with the ex-boyfriend, she's friends with Mag, but she's not friends with Kiely anywhere. So that kind of makes you wonder how close was she and why is she always in front of the camera. And then I agree with the lady a couple of phone calls back that was saying about how, there's going to be thousands of Snapchat videos, other videos that people have, and someone would have seen it. Like law enforcement keep putting that photo of Kiely up in the store in the clothing that they believe she was last seen in. But if she wasn't seen in that, then there's obviously photos from that party or videos from that party of her in whatever she was wearing. So it kind of makes you wonder, is that in fact what she was indeed wearing? I'm not taking anything Sami says as gospel. To me, it just seems like there's another TV camera here, there's another YouTube channel here wanting to do an interview, so I'm going to do it. But there's been zero emotion, and I was a psych nurse for quite some time. And to me, if my best friend goes missing, I mean, I've got kids. My eldest is 23, my youngest is 15. And I've seen them when their friends have ran away from home for like a few hours, and they're frantic. They're not calm, they're not composed. And I mean, 3 of my children are boys, and they're emotional. And I've seen zero emotion, not even a silent tear kind of thing. It makes me wonder how credible she is, period. And then it also makes me wonder, is law enforcement, in fact, letting her just do what she's doing because they're counting the trip-ups, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, how many times has her story changed? To me, they're looking at the closer so-called friendship circle. That's the way it seems. Otherwise, why is law enforcement on all of these press conferences not reinforcing the fact that don't get on social media? If you've got something to say, you come to us. Do not broadcast it because you may impede on our investigation. There's been, in the 3 press conferences that I've seen, not once have they ever said anything about them, quit talking to the media or quit going on that. And then just quickly, there was the last one where Sami was talking to that man who is referenced with that YouTube channel. Yeah. Because I also watched his clips as well. And she's sitting in her car doing it at the location where everyone, I think they call it the rec center.
Yeah.
And in that one, when she's talking about the video that the last lady was talking about, the cameras, she said that there's no cameras going in or out of that park, but there is the camera on I think it was the I-90. But there is no cameras in that park, and that's why they have the parties there. And the one last thing is, I know over here in Australia, fentanyl is a big issue at the moment, and it is, I believe, worldwide. And it's not hard to put fentanyl in cocaine. It's not hard to put fentanyl in marijuana. Had she been doing any form of those drugs, not realizing that it was laced with something like fentanyl, she's not a very big girl, so it wouldn't take much for her to either be knocked out or overdose. And that's coming from a nurse's perspective. I just feel that they're letting Sami and the friends talk as much as they like on TV because they're looking a little bit deeper, if that makes sense.
Right. It'll be.
Because to me, they would have contacted them and said, you need to stop. You are now ruining what we're doing.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but if you have someone in a uniform not going to look directly at the camera, she's always looking away. She stumbles on her words all the time.
Right.
There's just something that, like, gut feelings, and as a parent, and a lot of parents may possibly agree, once you've had children, you get gut feelings.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's just something that's saying they're just letting her and her friends go for gold because what they're saying isn't matching up with what they know.
Well, thank you.
If it's not matching up with what they know,
yeah.
Why isn't it?
Right.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of days. You know, I hope for her mum and her family's sake that she is found safe and well, but I believe that it is a little bit closer to home. I can't remember the case exactly, but it just reminds me of a case that I saw over in America,
right,
where a missing person had been missing for a few days. There had been search parties just like the one that's happening now, and the person that was actually involved was one of the main spokespeople.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you calling all the way from Australia. Australia.
Yeah. No, so
Austria.
I will continue to keep watching
All right.
your things, but yeah, Annie from 10 to Live references you all the time, and she's always on board. I think she's done the most videos on this case in the since it's come out over any other case I've seen her do.
Awesome. Amazing.
But, yeah. So have a good evening
Thank
over
you.
there, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Thank you. Have a good night or morning or
All right.
afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All righty. Oh, I paused the calls, man. I want to get through these calls. People have been holding for a while. And I might have to start putting in time limits and stuff. 856, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi, how are you? I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, welcome. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I'm well. Thank you. This is my first time joining you. Like many previous callers mentioned, I found out about your channel through Annie.
Hey.
So,
Oi.
yes. I can't help but connect dots in my head of how this case, although it is very early on, reminds me of other cases. So I kind of like took some notes like while I've been holding, so I just kind of wanted to read them.
Yeah.
And like my thoughts are in the bottom, and then after that I'll be pretty quick.
Okay.
So I just think of the Conrad Roy and Michelle Carter case. Michelle Carter sponsored a fundraiser like sports game, like in his honor. And yet we know what has happened to her in that case.
I don't know. What happened? He's off?
She basically convinced him to commit suicide.
Oh, wow.
I would look into that. It's was turned into like a documentary and things like that. And some other people in the chat have mentioned her name. Her name wasn't the first one that was brought to my attention or like that popped in my mind, but the one that did is the Skylar Niece case from I want to say like West Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, somewhere around there. One of the main friends in a trio of friends, Skylar was the victim, and Sheila Eddy was supposedly one of her friends, her best friends, and she had comforted Skylar's mother and father in their own home in Skylar's bedroom, and knowing full well that she helped murder their daughter. And when Jagger, I believe it was you that I was listening to mention that Jagger was staying with Kiely's mother, that reminds me of that situation. Like you get like being connected, staying in with the family. Also, just some like other points in my opinions about this so far. they were smart enough to know not to drink and drive while like under the influence of whatever. But not smart enough to know not to leave your friends behind at a party that Sami herself, I believe, called scary. And I don't believe that she was abducted, nor do I believe that she ran away or anything like that. I wonder if maybe she like OD'd or anything, and her friends are really scared. I do think her friends certainly are more involved than they are saying. And I think that they possibly have moved her car somewhere. I don't know where. But those are kind of my thoughts.
So you think it's possible, maybe like a drug situation, overdose, whatever, maybe, and that, or at least that people know more and they're afraid.
Yeah. Like, did she aspirate? Did she pass out and not wake up? Did she fall, hit her head? It could have been something as simple as that, not even necessarily related to, like, directly from like a substance being laced or anything. Not to say that, you know, that isn't a possibility.
Right.
But I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard some other people mention that too.
Thank you for allowing
the
me.
possibility. Yeah, no, of course. Thank you for calling.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks. All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah. I'm kind of like a little worn out. Like my body's just a little kind of like. All right. 207. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Megan. I'm from Maine. I've been to parties here. I'm, the older generation, but we have a lot of woods here.
Where?
And my thought is, what if, like the other caller said, like if she had done substances while she was there and it was laced and everybody panicked and said, how are we going to cover this up? I've been to parties in the woods. Maine is woods. And
you've been to parties in the woods?
Stuck together.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, back in the day. I'm 37 now, but yeah. What if they panicked? Something happened. She OD'd. Something they didn't know how to handle. But at the same time, where's the car going to go? There's only so many places to hide the car. And a car is a big object. I know that there's woods and woods and woods and coverings, but I mean, there's so many places to hide a car, but what about a body? I mean, I don't get it. And I feel so bad for her mom. And with I was watching your video earlier about the ex-boyfriend and like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I don't understand how all these kids are speaking about everything and so much information. What's the FBI and the police saying about all this? It's pretty hush-hush on, it's like they're letting them talk. You know what I mean? Like, let them talk. I don't know. I got big questions. Questions about the friend thing.
Yeah, the police are not really shutting anything down. They're just, I guess they're.
Yeah. Like, what's your take on the friends talking and talking and talking? I mean,
which
the
one?
FBI is sitting back.
You talking about just like Sami and all that? Boyfriend. I think the ex-boyfriend is kind of weird. Actually. The Sami thing, I guess she's just trying to get attention, I guess, for the story.
She's trying. Yeah. She's trying. But the two in Reno, they're making my blood
That was
boil.
weird. I think that was kind of weird, yeah, for sure.
It was so weird. So weird. I don't get it. I think there's something secretly in here that I think one group of friends are on the good side And I think there are some people on the outside that are like, it's a big soup of bullshit.
Kim said, why did the news call him her boyfriend? And apparently, because I was talking to this reporter, apparently he told the news he's the boyfriend or something, like, or Fox or whoever. He told him that shit. But he's really not, I guess. He's the ex.
And then they said, oh, I'm the ex-boyfriend. I'm the ex-boyfriend.
Weirdo
Then
shit.
how is she in Reno? How is she in Reno? And then go all the way back to where she was at 6:08 in the surveillance. But she was making creme brulee that day in Reno. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I just figured I'd put my 2 cents in. But thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you did.
Appreciate
I love your
it.
channel.
Have
a good night.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. All right. All right. We got 2 more calls, and then I want to call one person back that I said I was going to call back, and then I'm going to call Ronnie. Yeah, we'll call Ronnie too. 845. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, it's Mike calling back from New York. I just wanted to say one thing that was on my mind.
Sure, go ahead.
You can hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, cool. So my thought was on the party. The whole party thing, I mean, I don't think that's like too crazy, in my opinion. When I was a teenager, you know, coming up through high school and little after graduation, up here in Orange County, New York, I mean, we would have massive parties like that. Some of them would get close to 200-300 people. And yeah, there's drugs everywhere. And the younger crowd wanted to get into the mix, you know, and the people who had the stuff were, you know, basically, you know, the ones who everyone was attracted to. And, you know, but my personal circle of friends, when we used to go to those type of parties, we would either go knowing that we have a DD, a designated driver, and all our keys, if we went in multiple cars or even, you know, one car, whatever, all of our keys would be collected by the designated driver. And
oh, really? Man.
I'm sorry, but I mean, that's just my close circle of friends.
Shit.
And
My close circle.
There's been times where some of us didn't want to leave, and we dragged our friends out of there. We were not leaving any of our close friends around, you know. Not everybody's like that, you see, obviously, with this case. However, you know, I was speaking to somebody in the comments, and they were saying how, and I believe this wholeheartedly, is when the moment that phone went silent, her phone, is when something happened. Because they're in the car charging their phone. You know, their phones weren't completely dead. You know, if they were in the car charging their phone, you know, something, as soon as that phone went silent and location services were off, is when something went down. And you know, I mean, obviously not everybody's like how my close circle of friends were growing up, but to leave your friend behind, and I mean, to me, that's completely sketchy. You gotta really not care too much about that person who you're literally calling your best friend.
Oh boy.
You know?
Thanks, man. Yeah.
And
appreciate that.
Again, you know, it was just something on my mind about the party. I don't think it's too out of hand about parents have dropped kids off at the parties I used to go to. I mean, most of the families around here would rather have you have a party in the backyard so they could at least keep an eye on you. But I mean, there's been parties in the woods that were chaotic, you know. But you know, but man, again, I pray for, something good to come out the end of this.
Ooh.
But
All right, thanks,
looking
man.
more and more like, yeah. So, all right, Mel, thanks for letting
Thank you.
me
Appreciate it. Of
get
course,
that
man.
off my mind.
All right, thank you for calling. New York. Yo, thank you for Snowflake for bro, that just took me back. I remember one time a long time ago. Let me pull up the timestamp and I'll take this call. But a long time ago, we were doing a stream late night and I titled it something like Snowflakes Don't Join or something like that. And somebody that used to watch the channel for a very long time got like super offended. Like she was upset. What do you mean by that? Da, da, da. She took it as if I was talking about like white people. I was like, that has nothing to do with that. It just means like somebody that's overly sensitive. But I guess at some point in time, maybe that's what that meant, I guess. I was like, tripping. They sent me like this long freaking email. I'm like, what's wrong with this person? And that's exactly the type of person I was telling not to join the stream. It was just a fun stream. We were watching a bunch of different videos. All right. All American Dream Chasers. Let me take this call. We'll play the clip. I'll read the super chats. Thank you, Arkansas, so much, and thank you, Jazz, so much for the membership gifts. That was really nice. Arkansas has been doing that for a while too. I don't know how many she put out, but thank you. Appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna get the super chats too in 1 second. So let me take this call. Last call. Well, I gotta call 2 other people, but 707. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mel.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound familiar.
Hey, oh, I don't know. I'm reading the room, so I'll keep it super brief. I just wanted to say, I live about 3 hours from there, and I also grew up in a small town, and so I've seen a lot of comments about, it's irresponsible of the parents and this and that, but I think that what people don't understand is when you grow up in a really small town, you expect to know everyone at the party, and so it's safe when you're in a town of 1,000 people. So I don't know. I feel like the mom has been getting a lot of grief for letting the kid go, and it's different when you grow up in a small town. So I don't know, it's kind of normal for us, and it's expected, and everybody and their families, but main thing, man or woman, like, don't leave your friends alone, bottom line. So that's all I have to say.
Oh, thank you. Yep, appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much
All right.
for streaming and covering this.
Of course.
Appreciate
Yeah, thank you guys for riding out with me.
All right.
Bye.
You bet. All right. Bye-bye.
Bro. Okay. There's 2 people I gotta call. Let me get the super chats real quick, and then maybe we should watch the video and then we'll call the people to take a little break. I don't even know what Stoney says. What's the number? I closed the line out now. Thank you for the super chat, but they've been posting it in the chat. Right now it's closed though. I don't know if we're gonna do any more because we're already almost at 2 hours. Beth said, and thank you for the super chat, Beth. I volunteer to be your call screener. LOL. There is a way. When I'm off air, I'm gonna have to do a little read up how to do it on this thing. I think there's a way that you can set it up that I can add somebody if they want to screen the calls and they talk to them before they bring them in. I think there's a way to do that. I have to figure that out. I saw Debbie saying the same thing. Seeking the truth. I have the report on the license plate for. I have the report on the license plate. It's for the 2000 Nissan Xterra. I can send it to you if you want. Yeah, if you can. If you can, I don't know, email it or DM me somewhere. I'd be interested to check that out. Seeking the truth. DJ Kaz, you the man, iCkEdMeL. Always love your coverage. I look forward to the next chase. I know. I feel like we do need a chase, man. Amazing. Love the K9 takedown. You had me rolling. That shit was nuts. I should clip that video. That K9 takedown part. We should clip that. Kelsey says, I think she's on a unicorn on Mars. Can I call in? Mermaid, hey, hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat. Kelsey says, I think she is with Ethan Crumley's hamster. Oh, Lord. Mountain Kayaker, thank you for the super chat. Says, I have camped at Prosser Campground many times. I have never felt not safe there. So it's just there are a lot of these people saying this, not the type of thing that happens out there. VVSKO, thank you so much for the super chat. I want to know, did anyone else from the party come up missing? Not as far as I know. 187 Snowflake canceled. 2654.
There's 2 minutes.
Thank you for that. Oh my God, Brandy. Oh my God, you guys. Shit. Should I go pour myself a little pre-workout or something? Should I go? You guys want to keep going? Jesus. You keep it going. No, I'm just kidding. There's a light pre-workout that I have too that's actually not that strong. I could take a little bit of that. Let's see. Abby Leo, amazing. Love your channel. Thank you. Angelin Mario, thank you for the super chat. Says, Jesus is coming soon. Come to him before it's too late. Redeem yourself, demons, in the chat. I can't stand you guys. Damn. They went hard. No, I just added all that shit to the last part. Brandy, thank you so much for the super chat. Love you. Been writing for a while. Appreciate you. I know there's a lot. There's a whole bunch we could talk about. Stony Brooks, I have something to say. Stony, email me at iCkEdMeL@gmail. We'll see if we can get you in. We need a chase. Bro, I've been saying I don't have notifications for like the last 5 days, and somehow they seem to be going out. All right, let's check out this clip, and then I'll call the people I said I was going to call. Stony, email me.
At random points in the day, there's only one a day, and it comes as a notification will pop up on your phone that says you have 2 minutes left to post your BeReal. Like everybody has, you can post it later in the time, but you're supposed to post it in that time. We're looking at everybody's BeReals because we know a lot of people waited until they were at that party to post their BeReals. So we're looking for people to look back in their Snap memories of anybody that we can see in those videos, anybody that we can see in those BeReals. We are looking at Instagram posts, photos taken on video cameras, photos taken on Snapchat, videos on all of these, and everything.
Okay. She lived fairly close. Is this picture correct? She was about 12 miles away. The Prosser Family Campground was roughly about 12 miles from her house. Is that correct?
What is a BeReal? That's a great question. I have no idea. It's some Snapchat shit, right? What is a BeReal? They just post things on there, and what do they do? It's like a temporary thing? There's a movie. Yeah, somebody explain this shit. What is this BeReal thing these kids are doing these days now? I don't know what the hell that is. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you for the members. Who got the gift? A lot of people getting gifts. Terry got it. Thank you so much. I don't know what that shit is.
That dot is not exactly where she was located. It's a little bit more to the right and towards the little blue lake that you can see up from it. It was a little bit closer to that lake, but definitely that's about, it would have taken about 30 minutes for her. We've found out about approximately 30 minutes for her to drive that way. 38 maybe.
This is crazy. I mean, you knew her, being a friend. I mean, your thoughts on her running away? Would she have a reason to run away?
Wait, did I mess up the timestamp? He said, my bad, 26:45. We're at 27. Did we pass it already?
Something, right? There's got to be something out there.
Yeah. So there's hundreds of videos. We have videos of people taking videos.
Oh, wow.
We have
very good. Very
hundreds
good.
of videos, hundreds of pictures. We've asked everybody to send us any videos and any pictures that they have, even if it's a picture that looks exactly like something else sent us. It could have different angles. We are looking at an app called BeReal, which is where a lot of kids waited because the BeReal, it's an app where you can post a picture and there's 2 minutes at random points in the day. There's only one a day. And it comes as a notification will pop up on your phone that says, did he post a short version of the video or something? This is not it? Are you talking about there's another video he posted, a shorter version? Let me see. Oh, I see. Okay. Let me try that one then. I think he reposted it. He posted a shorter one. 26:45. Again, this is all American Dream Chaser. The FBI and even if it's a picture.
26.
That makes perfect sense. But so they're flying around looking. So the car's nowhere in the area. She's got to be out there somewhere. Can you share your honest thoughts or opinion as to what you think may have happened to her? Do you care to share that?
to be fully honest, my biggest concern is that somebody, and I've said this in other interviews, somebody knew she was drunk, offered to give her a ride home, and they didn't give her a ride home. And they could be across the world at this point with how long she's been gone. And I'm worried that I have a feeling, and obviously, I don't know. I have a feeling that she is still alive and she's still out there and she's still fighting, but that there's somebody else involved. And that's not confirmed. That's just what I believe. I think there has to be somebody else involved in this. But yeah,
it's just so sad. Rhonda's wanting to ask you, did she wear an Apple Watch? Do you know? Did she wear an Apple Watch?
no, I don't believe so. I don't remember ever seeing her wear one. It's not something I pay really close attention to. And we're not the type to be like, oh, look at what I have on my wrist. I'm so rich, so.
Yeah, I know. You girls are amazing. You seem like wonderful people. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Romans 125:26 wants to know, was there any cameras at the campground going into the campground? Is there any cameras there?
No, there's no cameras out there. The closest cameras would be the traffic cameras that start on I-80 near the rec center. It's hard to describe exactly where, but I think it's on Truckee Way. But it's 89 is very covered in cameras. There's not a lot of cameras out there.
Shani Jones wants to ask you, on your last call, did she let you know who the quote unquote friend was that was driving her home?
Yeah, so this is a common misconception. She was.
Sorry that you're going through this. Romans 125:26 wants to know, was there any cameras at the campground going into the campground? Is there any cameras there?
No, there's no cameras out there. The closest cameras.
That's what I thought I heard. And she said no.
Be the traffic cameras that start on I-80 near the rec center. It's hard to describe exactly where, but I think it's on Truckee Way. But it's 89 is very covered in cameras. There's not a lot of cameras out there.
Shani Jones wants to ask you, on your last call, did she let you know who the quote unquote friend was that was driving her home?
Yeah, so this is a common misconception. Yeah. She was not being driven home and she was not driving. So, okay. At the end of the party, when I saw her, she was supposed to give me a ride home because I had asked her to give me a ride home because I wanted to stay later. I then realized later in the party that I believe she was drunk, and I knew she was drunk, and so I did not want her to be driving me home, because I know about drunk drivers and all that, and so
Smart.
and I figured she would be staying there or she would find a ride.
All right, so thank you for sending that timestamp. I'll leave this open in case somebody sent me the Be Real thing. Apparently that's an app. It's actually, so earlier somebody was like, Be Real is like parts of a video that you save for later. I know what that is. That's a different thing though. Like Be Reals for like videos and stuff where you like have this extra footage or like slow motion clips for like an intro or just extra footage or whatever. But this is apparently an actual app. Be Real. Stay in touch with your friends every day, spontaneously, unpredictably. Is that what this shit is? We got to know about all these apps. Be Real. Okay. About this app, be in touch with all your friends every day, spontaneously, unpredictably. Be Real is the first uncontrollable social media to share and authenticate moments in photo every day at a random time. Everyone has to capture a photo in 2 minutes. Capture and post in time to discover what your friends are up to. What? It's the first uncontrollable social media. It's just erratic. Every day at a random time, everyone has to capture a photo in 2 minutes. Oh, it's kind of fun. I guess it's kind of fun. So it can be explicit things too. Be real, man. Post it now. 2 minutes. The camera is quite unusual. It's actually taking a picture of what's in front of you and a selfie at the same time. What kind of shit is that? You don't want me to be real. The shit you're going to find with me. Be real. The latest and greatest technology. It's exciting, exhilarating. Just take these random pictures, yeah. Be real. real emojis. React on your friends' Be Real with a real emoji. See a map where all your friends are at when they take the Be Real, so you can track them. You can see where they're at. It takes a picture of the front and the back at the same time and shit. Wow. What an app. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I use that or not, but Be Real. Well, about no. No. You guys, there was somebody I was supposed to call back. Fuck. Do you want to, should we open the lines again? I need a minute. I need a minute to just go get some water. I don't know. You guys, Kiely's mom was on News Nation tonight. All right, let's do it. Let me do that. Let me pull up the News Nation clip, and then I'm going to just take a second to go grab some water. I'll make myself a little pre. Was it tonight or were you talking about last night? Did he do another video tonight? I think you're talking about last night, man. I don't think that's nothing tonight. Oh, okay. You're right. I'm wrong. Okay. Be Real. Man, it's exciting, man. You just
We have an update.
exciting, exhilarating, man. We'll just, be real. They want to be fake. All right. I'll be right back.
Tonight to the missing case we brought you here on Prime last night, and it is the continued search intensifying for 16-year-old Kiely Rodni. She disappeared from a campground party in Northern California nearly a week ago. It was last Friday night. We have surveillance photos tonight captured just hours before Kiely was last seen. Right now, investigators pouring through hundreds of tips in the case, along with cell phone video, anything that could help them retrace Kiely's last steps and any conversations she may have had with people at that party. Kiely's mom is going to be joining me live in just a moment. But first, I want to turn to correspondent Nancy Liu with the very latest in the search for answers tonight and Kiely. Nancy.
Marnie, the Placer County Sheriff's Office says over 500 tips have come in, and they are following up on more than 300 leads. But nearly a week since Kiely Rodni disappeared, still no sign of her or her car.
Not a Mega Pine. I really will need one, though.
I don't know where she is. We don't have anything to go off of at this point, but I fully believe that she's alive and well.
Kiely Rodni's boyfriend says he is optimistic, sharing what he told her before she went to the party Friday night with her friends.
So I was just like, okay, be safe. Don't, do anything stupid.
But now he is among the many others putting up flyers in the massive search for the California teen now entering day 6.
If you have video of that night, detectives want more of it. There has been a lot of video provided, and some of it had to do with a fight that occurred at the party. Detectives right now are asking for any additional video that you have.
Law enforcement are searching across the Tahoe National Forest.
All right, let me just skip to the mama's part. Mama.
Thank you. I want to welcome in Lindsay Rodni Neiman. She is Kiely's mother. Lindsay, thank you so much for giving us some time tonight. I know it's important to keep Kiely's story out there. The more people that see her face, hear about it, can help in the search. How are you doing tonight?
I'm tired, but I'm doing okay. Thanks. How are you?
Well, I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about that last text message that you shared with Kiely. Tell me more about what she said.
Well, she just, it was 11:30 at night, and she said that she was going to be planning on leaving about 12:15 and heading home. And I told her to, be careful and wake me up when she got home. And she said, "Okay, Mama, I love you," and that was it.
Do you have any reason to doubt, Lindsay, that Kiely sent that message? Did it sound or seem like a text that she would normally send
That's a good question.
as you're looking back at things?
It was a text that she had sent me over and over again
That's a really good question, because I saw somebody in the chat earlier comment, and they were talking about I remember Brian Laundrie where he had sent that text, that fake text or whatever. So somebody had asked that and wondering if she felt that text was from her or not.
every time she was settling on plans and figuring out, what she was doing. She was always checking She was always letting me know where she was, when she was leaving, where she was going next. And it was, it was her, hey, Mama, I'm on my way home in a little bit, so I'll see you soon. It wouldn't have been unusual for me to even get another text from her, another half hour, 40 minutes later, letting me know that she was on her way the last little bit to our house.
So that was late Friday night, kind of into the early morning hours of Saturday. At what point did you start to worry, get concerned?
Well, I woke up 8 o'clock on Saturday morning and immediately realized that she had not woken me up. And so, I thought my husband was home. Maybe she checked in with him. And so I got up and I looked at the driveway and her car wasn't there. And I looked at her room and she wasn't there. And I reached for my phone and I grabbed, I grabbed my phone and I looked for her location that she always shared with me. And the last update it had was from the party site about midnight. And so at that point, I reached out to her dear friend to see if she was there. And once we found out that she wasn't there, it's terrible.
Yeah. And then that panic as a parent sets in. Police, Lindsay, not ruling out the possibility that Kiely may have been abducted, even trafficked. How much are investigators sharing with you about the tips coming in and where they're at in the search?
Thank you, Arkansas and Jazz, for the membership gifts. Amazing. You can't control who that goes to, though. It's random. Twitch, you can control it. YouTube there's no control. It's just random. I think Twitch, you can control it.
The law enforcement, all of the teams who have been working together with us to find her have been, they've been working, day and night. It seems I see them and so tired. They have been so transparent with us. They've been so open to keeping the communication between them and the investigation and the family just so open. Unfortunately, just none of the tips yet have led to anything definitive that's helping us.
What else stands out to you, Lindsay, about that night as you talked to her friends about the conversations that they were having, what was going on at the party? Any of those clues rising to the surface, your mother's instinct, like honing in on something particular?
I am letting the police and the teens talk to one another. I am not a trained investigator. I am not someone who has any experience with finding missing children. It's not my position to talk to any of these people and try to figure out what happened. I'm leaving that all to everyone who I trust and I know has the capability and the determination to do so.
Well, it is clear from the video that we've seen of the dozens and dozens of volunteers out there, your family and all of those involved. There's a lot of love for Kiely tonight and the efforts to bring her home safely. I was looking at that video of her playing some music. Tell us about your daughter, a little bit personally about her. What makes her so special?
Everything makes her special. I'm going to try to get through this. Excuse me. She's such a dynamic human. She has been, as you've seen, so musical. She loves playing music. She started playing at a very young age. 2 was the first time that she got her first violin and started playing. And she loves science. She loves baking. She loves dancing, as you can see in the photo you're sharing right now. She's so dynamic, and in that dynamic personality that she has, she has been able to make true connections with practically everybody who she meets because she has a common interest with them. And so there just doesn't seem to be anybody ever who I come across who has met her who doesn't just love her. And oh God, I mean, she was so smart, she's so funny, and she's great with little kids. She's like this magnet for toddlers. They come and they run, and she gets down on their level. And there's just, I could go on and on and on about everything that's wonderful about my daughter.
An amazing person, embracing life. What would you want to say to Kiely tonight?
Tonight, I will tell Kiely that I love her so, so much. So many people love you. And we're all looking and we're trying so, so hard. And I'm so sorry we haven't found you yet, but we're not giving up and just hang in there, sweetie, because we'll find you soon, bring you home.
And Lindsay, a message to anybody who was at the party Friday night who is afraid to come forward and share anything they know, anything that they saw, for fear of getting in trouble for what they were doing that night.
Oh, nobody cares about what you were doing. Nobody cares, I promise you. Nobody cares. All that we care about is bringing Kiely back. All that we care about is getting any kind of little bit of information that can help us move forward in our search to find her. And we promise you that you won't get in any trouble. We promise you there's anonymous tip lines even. There's other peers that you can reach out to if you're nervous.
Sure.
It's a hard thing to be courageous, and it's okay to be scared, and it's also okay and important to act on that courage and to come forward when you know it's time.
Lindsay, sending you a lot of love tonight. We're thinking about you, and we'll continue to follow the search for your daughter.
So that was on News Nation. Interview with the mother, and then this is on the official Finding Kiely Rodni page. This is the, I don't know if they copyright this or not. What is it? They can't copyright that, right? Because they're just singing it, right? I feel like at one point I heard YouTube was like doing that shit. Like people just, you know, what do they call it? Cover songs or something? A beautiful moment shared by Kiely on her mandolin and her grandpa, David Robertson, on Stand Up Less. Oh shit, look at Grandpa there, tearing that shit up. Oh, I thought he was about to like go crazy on it. I want to see him tear that thing up, the bass. Or the, what is that called? What is the thing he's playing? What is that called? On stand-up bass. Oh, okay. Well, I guess let me call the people I said I was gonna call. All right, let me get this super chats going real quick. I'm like squinting to see this shit. Robbie, thank you so much for the super chat. Snowflake, thank you for the timestamp in the video. Miyu, and this is us. iCkEdMeL, you're the best. Thank you. No, thank you, Miyu. Appreciate your support and the mods. Tula Bear, super chat. Thanks for taking my call. Small towns are another world, but sometimes bad things happen. Please don't blame the parents. It's usually safe here. I've always wondered what it would be like in a small town. Like, would I like that? Or would it be kind of weird? Like, everybody knows everybody shit? Like, sometimes I don't want to be, like, it's kind of weird if I say that, known. Like, I just want to walk out. I don't want to have to, hey, Bob, hey, Jada, hey, Sally, hello, hey. Everywhere you go. I mean, maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. I like to be low-key a lot of times. Shelly says Mel's marathon. Seriously, man. I don't know how many times have we been on today. It's like 4 times, 5 times. Charisma. I feel like I can't even give commentary anymore. I'm just watching the videos and I'm like, I'm just kind of like just playing the shit. Can't even talk anymore. Earlier today I was pausing, giving commentary. Now it's kind of like, I don't even have thoughts anymore. It reminds me of like the Gabby thing. Like after a while of like repeated coverage over and over and over, and then people be like, what's your thoughts? And I was like, I don't have any thoughts. Like I've said it so many times. Like, I don't know, you know, especially when you don't know. The Wilson Dallas, thank you for the membership. 3 months. This has always been my worst nightmare. What's that? Missing person? All right, let me call. I'm gonna say it though. Let me call first this person. I told him. I gave them my word. Should I call you back? I'm gonna call you back, and then we'll call Ronnie. And then you guys tell me if you want to open the lines or you just want to call it a nice day. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's interesting. There hasn't been no chases either, right? It's like the universe is like working with us. The people that do the chases are taking a break. The criminals and shit. I'm gonna call this person back. They're on break tonight. Oh, thank you, Dal. Dal said yes.
Hi.
Mom of a missing kid would suck. Hi, how you doing? I know you called me earlier, so yeah, I'll call you back.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yeah. I have 2 teenage boys that attend Incline High School, which is the north side of Lake Tahoe. And we live in Tahoe City, which is also the north side of Lake Tahoe. They, frequent these parties that happen at Boca and Prosser and Stampede reservoirs.
Your kids
kind
do?
of a, yeah.
Oh.
Well, one of them does.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't there that night. And I just feel like I have a bit of information that I've shared with the police, but it's not out there in the media. And it could be viable for your show, or what is some misconceptions that are going on around there about what happened, or about these parties. Yeah.
So tell me. Well, what you can say anyway. I guess, like, what are the misconceptions? What's those parties like over there?
Well, I think a good background of the terrain is pretty important. We live in a very, very rural area. There's probably a lot of body of water in that general campground. Like I said, there's Stampede Reservoir, there's Boca Reservoir, there's Prosser Reservoir. And on these back dirt roads, they all lead to an inlet, a private campground, a private beach spot, a private party scene. And there's hundreds of kids spread out throughout miles and miles of campground. And so they're not just coverage in one general area. And it would be very easy for her car to get lost in hundreds of miles of backcountry access through ATV. Her car could handle those dirt roads. So she could be anywhere, really. Yeah. My problem is the parties that have been happening out there and what actually goes down, and the unawareness of the parents and letting their kids go out there and thinking they're just camping and having a good time. And in reality, there's college students and 40-year-olds and drugs being thrown and donated and pushed, like literally thrown in these 14, as young as 14 years old little girls. And it's tragic. It really is. And I just want the kids to start talking and the parents to start listening and not reacting. They're not sharing because they're scared. And yeah, that's my advice, and that's what I've gotten from my boys. And they're 17 and 18, and the thing with these kids up here, they're top scholars, they're amazing, they're athletic, they're and I know Kiely was one of them. I know Sami is one of them. It's unfortunate that people are blame shifting. You know, Sami is a dear friend and just trying to help. Ronnie's a good kid and just trying to help. So I hope that we can stop misdirecting the focus and concentrate on getting footage and who saw her last. Someone saw her. So that's what really needs to happen.
Well, thank you. So your kid goes out there, like, you're worried too? Like, are they participating in some of the stuff going on when they go out to those parties?
Well, of course, I guess, like, he's a kid.
Yeah.
And
So, like, drugs and stuff like that too?
well, my son not particularly, but he's seen all this stuff that's been donated and given.
How is it donated?
There's
People
always-
donate drugs out there? Like, they just give it to people for free or whatever?
Well, there's older guys
Mm.
that come, like 20 through 25, and they just offer free bong rips, like the other friend was saying. That they push it, they literally, like. And then there's kegs, so they do keg stands. There's mushrooms, there's cocaine, there's a plethora of things being thrown at innocent children that are just really, like, they've had a really tough few years and trying to get away from it all and have a good time and go camping with their friends and not have creepy college students come raid their parties. Like, it's really, it's messed up. So I don't know, like, and I think another important note is the age range of kids was from 14 and then to adults age 40.
40?
And the realist, yes, I know of one particular person in particular that was 40 years old and attended the party. And the accurate numbers of how many people were there were 300 to 500. The police are minimizing it or what, I don't know why, but there is some misinformation about how many, and I'm talking about miles and miles and miles of campgrounds where there's just small 50-person parties everywhere.
Wow.
So just giving you more of a sense of what happens up here, I guess.
Damn.
I know.
That's crazy. The 40-year-olds rolling up over there. Wow.
And yeah, there are no cameras. It's just raw land and for miles and hundreds of miles. So it would be hard. But my concern is, yeah, the water, that her phone is off. There's so much water around. Yeah, I guess. That's
okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate the call. That's kind of. So what do you think? You think? What were you saying? Do you think somebody did something to her, or just no? She just got. I think you said, like, what? You think she crashed out there or got somehow somewhere lost?
No. From what I was told by another son, a friend of his girlfriend's attended the party, and she said they usually stand around in these circles and they pass the bong around or whatever drugs are going around. And a guy kept asking girls specifically to drive them home. Like, oh, you look a little too wasted. Can I drive you home? And she reported this to the police. So they have these types of stories.
He was an older guy?
Yeah. Well, he was in his mid-20s probably.
Offering girls rides home.
Yeah. And offering free drugs. So. And so in another typical situation, like I know there's a lot of judgment out there, is like, how could you let your kids go do that? And my son came home and told me he wanted to go. And normally it's 50 kids out there, and they stay in their cars, they sleep in their cars, they have some beer, and, it's a normal teenage thing. This particular party, as you know from the cousins, was advertised a month ahead of time. It had Reno, it had North Tahoe, it had Truckee, it had Sacramento, it had the Bay Area. So it was absurd. And he came home from work and he asked if he could go, and I said, and he started talking about how many people would be there, and that was a warning sign for me. I said no.
How was it advertised? Do you know? How did they all find out about this?
Snapchat. It's instant. It's like
What?
you can even have Snapchat.
Oh, Snapchat. That's what I had originally heard too. Yeah. I heard it was some sort of Snap. But you can plan things on Snapchat? How does that work? Or is it just word of mouth, just going around on Snapchat? Like,
oh yeah, it's every day. Like they just throw it out there on a daily. Like that's how they communicate, is Snapchat. And the drugs, you could have free delivery to whatever drug you wanted to the campgrounds. Like this has been going on for, I don't know, but my son has gone to parties out there for a few months now.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's tragic. It's super horrible. And I don't mean party. I mean, these kids want to just hang out and be with, they've had a really tough 2 years. Like they just want to get together and be together and not have outside influences. I don't know why it got out of control. I don't know if you've looked at a map, but CHP headquarters is less than 2 miles away. Why did police not know about 300 to 500 people partying 2 miles away? Loud music, camp, like this has been known for a long time that this party was happening. Why weren't there people? I don't know.
Yeah, were there cops at the party and shit?
Huh?
Were there cops at the party or something? Like, we don't know about? No.
I don't know. Fuck, I don't.
Wow, that's holy shit.
It's heavy. These kids have a heavy burden on their shoulders, and they don't want to share videos because they have Division I scholarships on their hands. They have amazing futures in their hands, and they think that it's all going to get taken away if they expose what they actually do on a Friday night.
Did your son tell you somebody sec to know? But her son didn't go to the party. He didn't go to the party, right?
No.
Somebody was asking if he told you what happened. Yeah.
He has video from his friends and that's all been given to the police, and he has stories from his friends of what happened, and he's been to the parties before. He knows what happens. It's not cool. Parents need to wake the fuck up. That's all I gotta say.
And what's up? Somebody's asking too. Trinity wants to
Get
know.
a handle.
Trinity wants to know too.
Like-
What's up with the fight clubs you guys do out there in the woods and stuff?
Right?
What
That's
is that?
fucked up too. Yeah, I understand.
Do you know what that is?
So there were, every time there's a fight at those campgrounds.
Really? What's for fun?
Yeah.
It's just like a fun thing?
No, there's rivalry between North Tahoe, Incline, and Truckee. So there's always kids trying to fight each other. And I don't know, that seems kind of normal to me for boys to get their testosterone out, and nothing gets out of control really. Like they're just brawling. But there is a bit of bullying. I think it happens everywhere. The fight had nothing really to do with her disappearance. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Yeah. And sharing some of the
All right.
insight. Appreciate it. All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Ronnie said, somebody sent me in the chat, he can't talk tonight because family's sleeping. He'll be able to talk in the morning, so we can try some other time. Maybe if we stream again tomorrow. Fight Club. What do you guys think about that? I thought that was an interesting call. Yo, I think I need to call it for tonight and get some rest. Who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow? Let me see. Did I get? Okay, yeah, we got the Fight Club thing, and Trinity said another super chat. Please ask about Fight Club and if the girls fight in gloves. Oh, I didn't ask about the girls fighting. Let me ask her real quick. She said boys, but I'll send her just a quick text. Do the girls fight too? Fight Club. Tell Ronnie to go downstairs again. Hey. Yeah, we should all get some rest. Oh, please, me, you don't do that. Don't do that to me. No girl fights. Okay. Bro, we've been streaming all day long. At some point, you got to catch one of the streams. I feel like we did 4 today, or we did 3 or 2. What are we at? I don't even know. No, this is the 3rd one. Yeah, I think this is the 3rd one. Let's see. Or the 4th one. I don't know. Wow, we've been doing a lot though. Holy shit. Angie, thank you for becoming a member. Make sure I got everybody. Oh, Aaron says, I missed the super chat. Aaron says the party seems like a beard for something. What does that mean? Even Kiely, was Kiely even there? Only Sami knows for sure. Sami planned the party. The sweatshirt. The bong shit BS story. It's all so sus. Thanks, man. You're the best. Hey. Okay, Ronnie says call. Ronnie said call? Oh, Lord, Ronnie. All right, I guess Ronnie went downstairs. Ronnie. All right, Ronnie, we're going to call you, man. Sleep is for the weak. We don't need sleep. Anyway, in Cali, you guys are like, it's always daytime over there anyway. It's almost 1 a.m. over here, so for you, it's like 2 p.m. or some shit. All right. It's exaggerating. It always feels like that, though. It's always daylight over there. Okay, me call Ronnie.
Hello?
Hey, man, how you doing?
What's up, man? I went outside.
Everybody was asking. Everybody was asking for you, man. They wanted to talk and kind of hear what happened earlier. I saw a little bit of what you were doing.
Yeah, so there wasn't really too much going on with that. They're not really the investigations and stuff. Like they're happening at like 10 a.m. and till 5 p.m. So there was really nothing I can do
Oh,
at that
okay.
point.
Did you
so
go to the town hall?
Yeah.
How was that? Like, was there a meeting and stuff?
Yeah, it's nothing new though.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Like, but that, what was it? The last girl who was talking, and you know how she was talking about like the party areas and like how the police didn't hear and all that.
Yeah.
Well, when you go to the campground and you park your car there, they have the sites. Like the sites are like right in front of you, but that's not where people party at. They like the people will be chill in the parking lot hanging out, but you go, there's a dirt road like once you go through the campsites and you walk through that dirt road and it takes you to a clearing, and that clearing is where like everyone sits around and drinks and all that stuff, and it's kind of out in the cuts, so you have a good space from other people to where they wouldn't necessarily hear noise, you know what I mean? So you have a quiet, secluded spot where people can get rowdy.
Oh.
And you know when she was talking about the fight night thing? Okay.
Yeah.
This is funny because the fight night thing actually started in Auburn. Fight night started in Auburn.
Oh.
And it was back in 2012. And we would go up to Auburn, and there's a place called ARD, and we would bare knuckle fight. Like we would have like the dudes who thought were the toughest in school, and you would bare knuckle fight until like one of them said, "All right, enough," and see who's the toughest who's there. And then it started branching out, and people started doing it in SAC and all. So it's not even, new to hear that. Like when she said like, "Oh yeah, we're fighting up there." Yeah, they probably are doing fight night with like friends, just friendly fights and all that. But there are dudes up there probably really getting down, like real fights. Because I do know about the rivalries that she was talking about up there with different groups. That is true up there. And
so that is a thing, the rivalry thing, because people were kind of.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
So yeah, you got people up there fighting all that, and the drug thing is crazy because it's like when she was saying the 40-year-olds, like I didn't know about them.
40.
I know about a 40-year-old.
She said she knew a 40-year-old that went out there. God.
Bro, I don't know about that. That's crazy because like I remember I went to a party and it was dudes around my age. We were like 21, 22, and we were like we're all that age. And I remember a dude showed up to that party and he looked like he was like 45, 46, and he got his ass knocked out because he stood out so much. And they're like, what the hell are you doing here creeping around? And he got his ass beat.
Yeah.
So it's just surprising to be like a 40-year-old would go there. You would think that people would like whoop his ass.
Right.
That's too blatant out there. Like something like you might not notice too much difference between like a 21-year-old and a 25-year-old. You know?
Right.
You might not see much difference. But 40-year-old, oh man, that kind of threw me off. I was like, really? I know there was 40-year-olds out there. I knew there was dudes older, but I didn't know 40.
She kind of said the same thing that you said about like the drugs and stuff that goes on out there.
Oh yeah, that's it's really frequent, and it's not a joke when I'm saying that cocaine is like you know how a lot of people smoke weed, like a lot of people smoke weed. It's almost as much as people smoke weed out here as they do coke. Like it's like those are the two number one things people do out here. And not good coke. It's like shitty coke that's cut with vitamin B from Rite Aid. Buy vitamin B, cut it with that, and you just sell to people. But kids, 18-year-olds, like they'll go buy it from a older dude who's selling it for like $120. They give them a little bag. There you go, and then they keep buying it from them. And then this is how that shit goes down. It's been like that though. But because this is getting a lot of news attention, now everyone's like, holy shit, why the fuck is this happening? And
Right.
It's been happening.
It's been happening. It's nothing new.
It's been happening.
Yeah.
Like, there's been, like, if you guys can look up people like this, like, if you guys look up Matthew Steele, you'll find out he was in Auburn, California. He was stabbed over a drug deal, over some fentanyl. Like, he was a friend who went to Placer. I had another friend named Jeremy Wilson, who was on drugs and assaulted 2 people, got arrested. A couple other friends were.
Oh no!
It's not foreign out here, dude. for that type of shit to go down. But the kidnapping thing, that's something if that is the case, or vanishing, that's something I've just never heard of out here. No.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate some of that insight. I'm completely just tired, but are you planning on doing anything? You gonna go back out there, or?
I don't. I'm gonna see. It depends. Like, 'cause I got kids and all that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm tapped in with it. If I get any updates, I'll let you know, and hopefully they can figure out something else that happened. I don't know, but it seems a lot of more crazy stuff is coming out. But the only thing I was trying to figure out is that whether or not she left in another vehicle. But what I was also what people were also talking about too, but I had to leave. They were trying to say like the people that they did find out were there, are they going to have to give their vehicle information up so that at least they can run the tags, see if like anyone has any different tags or anything like that, trying to find out any information about everybody who was there. So, and then find out the locations they went after that when they did leave, to see like if any car went in a funny direction or anything like that. But that's going to take a lot of combing through.
Oh yeah.
So,
sure, man.
So it was too many damn people at that party. So it's a mess. But yeah, thanks, bro, for
Thanks,
having
Ronnie.
me on.
I appreciate you, man. That you called and everything. Yeah, you're in the news, man. They got your name in that article too.
Right. All right, bro. Take it easy.
All right, take care, man. Peace.
Later.
All right. I think that's it. We got everybody. We got all the calls. All right. Imagine we get off this shit and there's a chase now. Like I get off, I getting comfortable. I'm starting to lay in bed and I start getting a call. The chase. Wow. Holy crap. Dre Latina, ¿cómo está? I hope you're doing good. I haven't seen you in so long. I don't know what happened to you, but it's nice to see you. What's up with her gold jewelry as an important clue? I don't know if it's an important clue. At this point, I don't even remember what was said in this press anymore. I think they just mentioned it because, I don't know, maybe unless somebody has seen that jewelry, I think they mentioned something like pawn shops or something. It's just another thing. No, my senses aren't tingling. Honestly, I can't even trust my senses right now, so I'm not too sure. Today was a really good day, though, man. I had a great day as far as like YouTube and like just being here with you guys. For a lot of reasons. It's been like a roller coaster because even this whole thing, like I said earlier, man, I was literally sitting down out eating with Maddie, and I was like, all right, we have some time, we can relax. And literally just my phone starts blowing up. I was like, oh shit, I started getting calls and everything. But something felt off, man. Something felt a little bit off about this whole scanner audio thing. Let me show this real quick too. Real quick, 3 hours later. Oh, it's just this right here. Update. This photo was recently taken of Kiely before she went missing. Please look at the necklace she is wearing. We ask anyone who has/may have seen her necklaces, please do one of the following: call the tip line or send an email. And so I guess, I don't know, maybe if somebody's seen us at the party or Christina, thank you for the stars. Darlene, thank you for the stars as well. Thanks, Mel, for keeping us up to date on everything. Angie, thank you for becoming a member. Jazz in Arkansas, thank you for the free membership for the people. R. Marie, thank you for the membership. I got to post 2 stories, my own personal stories, the membership. It's been a while since I've updated a members video. I wonder what the Facebook groups are saying. I should go to call it the consensus online. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. We've covered everything there is to cover today between all the different streams. Thank you to Katie Forrester also for reaching out. I shared some of her posts on my Twitter, and you should check out my Twitter too, and you can follow her Twitter. And she was true to her word. So there's a couple of people, like reporters, that I've spoken to on different cases that are like legit. Ivory Hacker. I don't even know if I haven't talked to her in a really long time, and I think she lost her job. Well, they let her go at Fox. There was like all this drama and stuff. This woman is dope as shit. She's legit as they come. The reason she contacted me was when I was doing the Malia Davis story, and I had a whole bunch of reporters contact me because of I interviewed Darian Vance's father, the killer's father. And it was nuts at the time, for anybody that remembers that. And out of all the people that had contacted me, like, she was like the nicest person. She was like the one that like just seemed very genuine and was like giving me tips and stuff, and we were sending information back to each other back and forth. And she was just really respectable versus like, I think there was somebody from ABC I don't know, somewhere in Texas. They were kind of nasty. And there was somebody else that was just kind of okay, but it was like, this person, good. And then also, just if you want to know people that are like official, to me anyway, like respectable. Stephanie Bauer is a nice lady too. Nice reporter. She does what does she do? She does a show. She's done a lot of things. When she reached out to me, I thought it was a troll account, but I was like, oh shit, no, it's for real. And she reached out to me for the story from Florida. I can't even remember the name of the girl now because she wanted information and contacts with the family, and she helped spread that family story. I just can't think of the name of the story right now. Veronica Reyes Diaz just popped in my head. Veronica Reyes Diaz. And so she's really nice too. A good person, seems like really legit. So. Want to smoke with you? I should. It would. Well, maybe not say that, but maybe a smoke, a little puff, relax. I feel like I could have like a nice glass of wine. It would be nice. I think like vodka would be too much right now. Just like a nice glass of wine, maybe like a puff or something. Univision. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Well, Stephanie's. I think she's married. She's married. You're probably gonna be like, so. You'll send me what from Kelly? What are you gonna send me from Kelly? Oh, wine. I was thinking the other stuff. I was like, what are you gonna send from over there? Nah, I'm not a smoker. Like, I'm really, really super lightweight. If I take, all I need is like 1 or 2 puffs, and then I'm just chilling. I've always been like lightweight with that. I used to get like a lot of anxiety. It's never been my thing. Smoking is, but I think it's the type of strain. I think it's sativa, right? That's like chill or whatever. Yeah, the jewelry. I wonder why they brought up the jewelry. Yo, Quaaludes. I wish I could have tried Quaaludes, man. I don't think you can get it anymore, right? Or maybe it's in a different formulation, or I thought it was like banned in some countries. I would love to try Quaalude. The Wolf of Wall Street shit. That Bill Cosby shit. Sativa makes you paranoid? Which is the one that makes you relax? Isn't it sativa or is it the other one? Oh, and indica. That's what I have. Indica. Yeah. No, I need some just chill shit. I don't need nothing crazy. No way. I'm not trying to edibles. I'm afraid of that shit. I've heard so many horrible stories. That shit creeps up on you. And then you're like stuck for God knows how long. Nah, man. No edibles. Oh, that's the gangster wine shit. Yeah, that's Santa Margarita. That's a nice one. No drugs. Come on, dude. It's not a drug. It's a plant. Don't tell that to the weed people. They get pissed off. The drug. Not stevia, indica. Okay. Lightweight wants to try Quaaludes. I would, man. I remember one time, like, we were in school, and I think it was like middle school or something, and this officer comes in there, and like they're doing all this like conversation about drugs and like say no to drugs and all that. And so at one point, the guy asked the class, he's like, "Who here has done drugs?" And like nobody raised their hand, but one kid does. And then he's like, "What kind of drug?" And he said, "Tylenol." And I was like, "Yeah, that's true. It's a drug. Everything is drugs. Everything is chemicals, synthetics, whatever." I don't know that I would trip anymore. I've tripped before, but it's kind of, I don't know, man. I feel like once you start going through a lot of shit in life, tripping is like, I don't know. If I were, it would be shrooms, but definitely not LSD. I've done that before. I heard microdosing is good. Microdosing is actually, with shrooms, that's something they were going to try to do, like approved through the FDA, I thought, because they were saying like, there was like actual provable therapeutic effects. Mushrooms, microdosing. They were gonna try to do it, but I don't know what happened. There's a bunch of shit about microdosing though. Wasn't that one of those I don't know, one of those big social media CEOs, didn't they say they microdosed this shit? Who microdosed it? I started microdosing shrooms to relieve crippling anxiety, depression. It's working. Microdosing psilocybin, mushrooms may improve mental health and mood. I'm not telling anybody to go and do it. I'm just saying, like, there's studies and stuff that they've been working on. Microdosing psilocybin mushrooms improves mood and mental health after 1 month, new study finds. This was just a month ago. Couples are serving mushroom microdoses at weddings. Yeah. Is it Elon Musk? One last thing. That would be nice. 500K. I'm just so happy with 100K. Of course, I want to get to further, but I'm happy. We'll keep creeping up. Marinol. I feel like I've heard of that. Isn't that a prescription for something? I don't know. Marinol. Isn't that legal weed or something? Like prescription weed? Marinol. Yeah. I haven't heard that one in a long time. It's in pill form. What is Marinol? Marinol is a man-made form of cannabis, also known as marijuana. Marinol is used to treat loss of appetite that causes weight loss in people with AIDS. Marinol is also used to treat nausea and vomiting caused by cancer and chemotherapy. Delta 9. Delta 8. I like Delta 8. That's the new thing that came out. It's like a lighter form of THC, like a different whatever. It's like lighter. I think Delta 8 is pretty dope too. Delta 8, I think, is good for lightweights, and you can sleep really well on it. And I didn't notice any bad effects. I don't think I've ever freaked out with Delta 8. Oh, Steve Jobs is the one who made Apple and did LSD. Yeah. Oh, hell no. Spice? Oh, my God. Delta 8 is nice. You can find it here in Florida, just all over the place, all different kinds of stores. They have them in cookies, pill form, gummies. Yeah, no, this spice stuff is horrible. Lucky I'm drinking right now. Drugs and smoking, not cool. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you people? It disgusts me. Delta 8 and 9 just got banned in VA. Wow. Yeah, that synthetic stuff. I mean, I've heard of a lot of stories of these kids going to the hospital. There's no reason to take that shit unless you're trying to like bypass a drug test. That's just ridiculous to take that synthetic spice shit. Like just random chemicals mixed together and sprayed with shit. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna settle for a glass of wine tonight. I'm good at all that. Silvio, bro, they were so pissed at Silvio. He was smoking on one of our last streams. They were really angry at him. Oh, why is he smoking? Why is he doing that? Why? There's people like really triggered by that shit. Why? Why is he doing that? Why? Come on, man. I'm getting out of here. I'm done. I'm leaving. It's like, wow. And it was just a fun stream. Was it a fun? I think it was a fun stream. Silvio. They got the wrong one if they think Silvio's going to care. Like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. My apologies. DMT, man. I don't know. I had always been curious about that, but that stuff is no joke either. But that's like all life, the life form, or whatever it is. It's in everything. Blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. The Instagram model got charged, stabbing her boyfriend or whatever. And right, Silvio, and they're complaining. Silvio, they're complaining about you. They don't. And I have that clip somewhere. That shit was, man, I thought that was hilarious. Because I knew he was not gonna like care. People have said that. People have said that you're smoking and that they can hear you smoking or something.
Okay, and
The suspect's online profile.
Bro. Oh my god. That shit just killed me, man. And he laid up right there in front of him too. All right, yo. Have a good night. I'm out of here. Oh, you can't even see me. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for the stream. I appreciate you guys riding out with me. And hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully the family gets some sort of peace as far as Kiely. Hopefully, maybe she just ran off. I don't know. I really wonder what's going to be the conclusion to this story. Good night, y'all. Love you. Peace. Bye.